3.
Good morning to my lecturer and my fellow friends. Today, me, Siti Nur ATHIRAH binti Muhammad JUHARI and my friends, Siti NURMARLINA binti KAMARUDDIN, gonna present the movie critic for ELC650. The movie that we choose is The Queen Gambit by the Walter Tevis. Here is the situation.
Hello, Athirah. Good morning.
Hello, Marina. Good morning.
I hear the Queen's Gambit movie is already out and the rating for the movie is quite high. And have you watched the movie?
Oh, that movie? Yes, I already watched it.
So can you give me some review for the Queen's Gambit because it looks very interesting.
Sure, but I will show it in the presentation. So let's go.
Okay. The synopsis for the Queen's Gambit follows the life of an orphan chess prodigy Elizabeth Harman during her quest to become elite chess player. While struggling with emotional problems, drugs, and alcohol dependency, the title of the series refers to a chess company of the same name. The story begins in the middle of 1950s and proceeds into the 1960s. In 1950, Lexington, Kentucky, an 8-year-old Beth, having lost her mother in a car crash, is taken to an orphanage where she is taught chess by the building's custodian, Mr. Shabelle. As was common at the time, the orphanage dispenses daily tranquilizer pills to the girls to balance their disposition, which turns into an addiction for Beth. She quickly becomes a strong chess player due to her visualization skills. A few years later, Beth is adopted by childless suburban couple Alma and Austin Whitley. As she adjusts to her new home, Beth, Beth enters a chess tournament and wins despite having no prior experience in competitive chess. Alma is initially resistant to Beth's interest in chess, but after Beth wins her first tournament, Alma is fully supportive of her adoptive daughter's suggestions to enter various chess competitions. She develops friendships with several people, including former Kentucky State Champion Harry Baltic, United States National Champion Benny Watts, and journalist and fellow player D.L. Thomas. As Beth rises to the top of the chess world and reaps to the final benefit of her success, her drug and alcohol dependency worsens. With help from her oldest friend, Jolene, whom she grew up with in the orphanage, she prepares for her biggest challenge yet, a major international chess tournament against the world's best players in Moscow.
Here are the characters for the Queen Gambit. For the main character, Anya Taylor-Joy as a big Hammer is an orphan who matured into a competitive young adult who by desire to become the greatest chess player in the world while masking a growing addiction to the drugs and alcohol that allow her to function. Next, the Bill-Tom is Mr. William Chauvel, the custodian at the Newton Home for Girls and experienced chess player who teaches Beth how to play the game. He is a very important character. Next is the Moses Ingram as Jolene, a rebellious teenager at Newton Home who becomes the Beth's closest childhood friend. Next we have Thomas Brody Sangster as Benny Ward, a brash young man who is the reigning United States chess champion and the one who beats most challenging competitors, later a mentor and a friend. Next is the Harry Mellon as the Harry Baltic, a state champion player but defeated in her first tournament and later be friends. Lastly is Jacob Fortundot as a D. L. Thomas, a fellow chess player who formed but developed and inquired the
In November 2020, the Washington Post reported that the COVID-19 pandemic had already increased the public's interest in chess, but the popularity of the Queen's Gambit made it explode. The New York Times compared the interest in chess to a similar chess mania after Bobby Fischer beat Boris Spassky to top world champion in 1972. According to The Guardian, Grandmaster Maurice Ashley has been inundated by messages from people, mainly women, enthused by the series. The frenzy around it is crazy. Sales of chess sets rose greatly following the release of the series, with United States company Collect Games stating their chess set sales increased over 1,000% due to the series, while marketing firm NPD Group found chessbook sales had increased over 600%. Chess.com reports several million new users since the release of the series, with a high rate of registrations by female players compared to before the series. Chess instructors have stated that the demand for chess lessons has significantly increased as well. Besides that, chess is also in the Queen's Gambit a highly aesthetic pleasure that has launched its own mini-wave of receptions on the show's fashion, its wallpaper, its interior design. The show prioritizes beauty, a sophisticated gesturing at history if not embodying it, over stakes or especially in its two-part miraculous final dramatic surprise.
Okay, continuing of the element, workplace communication. In the last episode of this story, Beth shared idea with her friend using phone to create a strategy to win the tournament. Her intonation is like more direct, calm, and straight at the same point, but also harmony. And also for the profession of the chess, most of the time, Beth will read the book to create more strategies to win the tournament. Okay, next is the for a language. It's using a clear and precise the choice of word like neutral or aggressive tone. And also because of this was rated 18, the language can be inappropriate for minors. And the main character, the award goes to the Anna as Abel, the main character, really make people understand the just by using the facial expression.
Furthermore, according with the problem of this movie, in The Queen's Gambit on Netflix, Anya Taylor-Joy stars as a chess prodigy fueled by copious amounts of alcohol and donuts. Secondly, a fresh perspective by delving into chess intersections with substance abuse and gender discrimination. In the orphanage, Beth and the other girls were given these drugs and there were vitamins. All orphans were required to take them because even their dispositions, meaning they made the children in the orphanage calm and slow to react. When Beth begins learning how to play chess, she takes a large dose of Xanzola, causing her to hallucinate a giant chessboard on the ceiling. She continuously does this on purpose throughout her career in order to strategize new plays. Beginning at the time in the orphanage, Beth struggles with an addiction to this pill.
Next is the benefit of the Queen Gambit. First is the gender is not focusing on gender equality. Because this story show the chess were a man domination game. And even though the story show that the bad always win against men, but actually the bad are only ones to be the chess player in the world that win against all the grandmaster chess. And next, second is the work hard. In the story, shows that Beth is a really a self-made person, a very independent woman who knows what she wants. She did not let any opportunity slip to her fingers. She always grabbed a chance to go higher to chase her dream. And lastly, the inspiration. The movie gives the audience inspiration to be more involved in an indoor sport like chess and others, but also for women uh, who who afraid to to join the men's sport. Like you don't have to be afraid to involve in a men's sport.
Yeah, that's the watch presentation. What do you think?
So I think I will watch that, and the rating 4.8. That rating would be good and great rating for the
Yes,
movie.
I think that was really great too. That was a right rating for it because I think the I like about the movie is about the production, the design, the film, the amazing job to match the 1915 themes, and
Oh,
also I like the main character.
oh, okay. And the things that very interesting is that Anna Taylor is joining a men's sport indoor, which is chess game in tournament and she plays very successful the until the world know
Yeah,
she can play the chess very well.
yeah, that was so true.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for watching.
Okay, thank you, Miss Ashalata Balasubramanian, for giving this superior task movie. Movie what?
Okay, movie The Queen Gambit.
Okay, the Queen Gambit.
Movie quick. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.